You kneel at the edge of still water at night, the surface is glass, and in it, your reflection stares back. Perfect, except its eyes blink a half-second late. Most of us laugh it off, but buried in that little shudder is one of the oldest fears in human history. The fear of your own double. Long before mirrors, water was the only reflection we had. And our ancestors believed that face staring up from the lake was not them at all. If the water showed you your true self, the logic went, what was the face in the water actually showing you? Something with your face. That wasn't you. And in almost every culture on Earth, the answer was the same. The soul. To understand why, you have to go back to the beginning. For tens of thousands of years, humans got water from rivers, lakes, and pools, and water, perfectly still, perfectly dark, was the only mirror that existed. Every time you leaned in to drink, you met yourself face to face. That moment, the instant the water went still and your own face looked back, was terrifying. Because the ancient mind had no concept of reflection in a modern sense. What it saw was a duplicate, a second you. The Greeks wrote this fear down first. In Ovid's Metamorphoses, written around 8 AD, the beautiful youth Narcissus kneels at a spring, falls in love with the face in the water, and wastes away, because he cannot grasp that the face is his own. The very word for that doomed love? Narcissism. Elsewhere, the fear was even darker. In Greek folklore, seeing your reflection in water meant one of two things. Your soul could be pulled out and trapped, or, worse, a death omen. If your double came for you, it meant the end was near. Across cultures, the pattern repeats. In parts of Asia and Africa, seeing your own reflection in dark water was believed to snatch a piece of your spirit. In old European folklore, your reflection was a living being. And if it ever moved on its own, or smiled when you didn't, you were already dead, and just didn't know it yet. But it wasn't until 1796 that this ancient fear finally got a name. That year, German novelist Jean-Paul wrote a strange book called Siebenkas, and in it he coined a word, doppelganger. Literally, the double walker. The word spread fast because it named a feeling everyone already had. In the 1800s, the doppelganger became a cultural obsession. Poets, novelists, and painters all wrestled with the fear of the double. Your mirror, your shadow, your exact copy. The idea that somewhere, another you is walking around. Folk belief gave it a terrifying rule. If you ever met your doppelganger face to face, it meant death. Seeing your double was a death sentence. For centuries, that was just superstition. But then, science walked in with a strange, uncomfortable answer. In 1923, French psychiatrist Joseph Capgras described a bizarre condition. A patient looked at her own mother, her husband, her family, and insisted they were all imposters, perfect copies, wearing the right faces, but not the real people. Somewhere, the real ones had been replaced. We now call it Capgras syndrome. Capgras wasn't a ghost story. It was a wiring problem in the brain. Here's what modern neuroscience found. When you look at a familiar face, two brain regions work together. One, the fusiform face area, recognizes WHO the face is. The other, your emotional centers, remembers how you feel about them. Capgras breaks that second link. The face is recognized, but the feeling is missing. So the brain concludes, correct face, wrong person, and here's the eerie part. You don't need brain damage to feel this. While Capgras was puzzling over imposters, scientists were discovering that all of us literally flinch at our own doubled image. In 1970, psychologist Gordon Gallup ran the famous mirror test, putting red dye on the faces of chimpanzees and watching if they touched the mark on themselves when they saw their reflection. Some chimpanzees passed it. Human infants only pass it around 18 to 24 months old. Self-recognition doesn't come naturally. It has to develop. And the very same year, 1970, a roboticist named Masahiro Mori gave that shudder a name too, the uncanny valley. When something looks almost, but not quite, human, our brains freak out. And what's more almost human, not quite, than a face, including your own, in dim water. Put the pieces together, And the ancient fear makes perfect sense. Your brain is a face recognition machine, tuned over millions of years to spot predators and friends in low light. When it sees a face that's you but slightly off, dim, rippling, half dark, every alarm in your limbic system fires. Familiar, but wrong. So the soul stealer wasn't a spirit. It was your own face, your brain's hypersensitive machinery reacting to a reflection it half understands. Your ancestors weren't wrong to be afraid. They were just afraid of the right thing for the wrong reason. And we never escaped it. We just moved the water. Every dark phone screen, every mirror at 2 a.m., every unknown face that looks almost like someone we know. The same ancient circuitry switch is on. The doppelganger never left. It just got a power source and a camera. And the water? It's still there, dark, still, waiting. The next time your reflection is a heartbeat slow, maybe don't look too long. Do you have a something in the mirror story? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. And if this kind of deep history fascinates you, subscribe and hit the bell. We explore these fears every week,